In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on September 24th, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Boston College versus Florida State. The Boston College Eagles head south to Tallahassee to take on the Florida State Seminoles in Atlantic Coast Conference action on Saturday. The Eagles comes into the game 1-2 overall and already 0-2 in conference play. The Seminoles are 3-0 on the season and 1-0 in Atlantic Coast Conference play heading into this matchup. Boston College is 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games overall and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 conference games, while the under is 6-1 in their last 7 games following an against the spread loss. Florida State is 11-3 against the spread in their last 14 games against a team with a losing record and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 home games, while the under is 4-1 in their last 5th of September games. There is a massive difference between these programs this season, and a big thing is the level of competition they have played against. Even with all of the injuries on the Seminoles side of things, Florida State has been doing well with some depth pieces. Boston College has been an extreme one-sided offense, as they are averaging just 42 rushing yards per game. I respect Jurkovec as a quarterback under center, but Jordan Travis should move the ball against this defense, even if he is dealing with a small leg injury. The Eagles are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games against the Seminoles, so go with the Florida State Seminoles to cover a 3-possession spread at home. So the Florida State Seminoles to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. As we just touched upon, the Boston College offense does not like to run the football, and that makes it hard to move the football against good defenses like what Florida State has. These defenses have been doing well at limiting points, as the Eagles allow 22 points per game while the Seminoles give up 20 points per game. Boston College is 1-5 of 4-5 on third down attempts, while Florida State is converting on 2-2 of 4-1. Florida State is also just 3 of 6 on field goal attempts, while Boston College is just 2 of 5, so field goals are iffy. The under has hit in 5 of the previous 7 games against one another. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas State versus Oklahoma. Kansas State had won their first 2 games totaling 74 points before a loss in their last game, where they only scored 10 points. The Wildcats are a 12.5-point underdog against over-under, and they have covered the spread in 4 of their last 5 games facing the Sooners. Oklahoma is the 6th-ranked team in the nation, and they have won all 3 of their games in blowout fashion. While the team has not played a tough early season schedule, they have played well on both sides of the ball and ranked 14th in the nation on defense, only giving up an average of 10 points per game. The Wildcats are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 on grass and 40-16-2 against the spread in their last 58 after an against the spread loss. Kansas State is 1-3-1 against the spread versus a team with a winning record. Meanwhile, the Sooners are 5-1 against the spread versus a team with a winning record and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 at home. Oklahoma is 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 on grass. Last season these teams played close in Manhattan, Kansas, but this season in Sooner country that will not be the case. Oklahoma has been dominant in winning their first 3 games, outscoring their opponents 127-30. They have a balanced offense and a defense that has been lights out. Kansas State was upset in their last game, only scoring 10 points, and I look for them to struggle to score in this game. They have a great run game, and while they will get their yards on the ground, they will not score many points, just like the last game. On the other hand, Oklahoma will use their balanced attack and put up a good total. The Sooners continued to roll last weekend versus Nebraska, notching 580 total yards with 31 first downs and a nice 1-0 of 16 on third down tries. Oklahoma really dominated on the ground, where they posted 312 running yards and 5.8 yards per rush. As for the Wildcats, they took a tough loss to a plucky Tulane team in their last outing in a defense-heavy affair. Kansas State and the Wave combined for just 3 third down conversions in 27 tries, so moving the chains was tough. It's not going to get any easier against Oklahoma. Not seeing a major blowout in this game, but at home the Sooners will win rather easily and cover the 12.5-point spread. So the Oklahoma Sooners to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams will look to run the ball as much as possible. The Wildcats will have to bring their best game if they want to stand a chance, and that means slowing down the Sooners' dynamic offense and controlling the clock. 8 of K-State's last 10 contests have gone under the total, and only one of those 10 games has produced more than 52 points in total. On the other side, the under is 4-2-1 in Oklahoma's last 7 outings in front of the home fans. Kansas State has an under record of 4-0 in their last 4 games facing a team with a winning record, and an under record of 5-1 in their last 6 games overall. Look for those betting trends to continue. Oklahoma has killed it on offense, scoring 127 points in their first 3 games. They will have a solid scoring game again, but they will not light up the scoreboard. Kansas State only scored 10 points in their last game and will put up a low total in this game. The Sooners will get their points while the Wildcats will not, and that is the main reason for this Big 12 clash remaining low scoring. I'm expecting a proper defensive battle in Norman. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Southern California versus Oregon State. This Saturday, the number 7 USC Trojans and the Oregon State Beavers will match up in the 4th week of the 2022 college football season. Kickoff will be inside Research Stadium. Both of these teams are undefeated coming into this one, as this will be a true test for both of these teams. The USC Trojans are coming into this one after blowing out Fresno State 45-17. The Trojans had it rolling on offense and defense as they were successfully moving the ball down the field, and they forced 2 turnovers on defense. They will be looking to carry that momentum over into this one. The Oregon State Beavers are entering this one after a tough game against Montana State. They ended up winning 68-28 as their offense never slowed down. They finished the game with 538 total yards as they were getting the job done through the air and on the ground. The Trojans are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 overall and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 in September. USC is 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 conference games. Meanwhile, the Beavers are 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 in September and 8-1 against the spread in their last 9 at home. Oregon State is 8-2 against the spread versus a team with a winning record. Caleb Williams threw for 284 yards and 2 touchdowns and also ran for 2 more scores as the University of Southern California Trojans easily dispatched Fresno State 45-17 last weekend to remain undefeated. The Beavers also remained undefeated with a convincing 68-28 victory as 17-point favorites over the visiting Montana State Bobcats. Chance Nolan threw for 276 yards and 4 touchdowns, and Anthony Good caught a pair of touchdown passes and returned a punt for another score. Both teams enter this game with a 3-0 record, but the Trojans have a sour taste in their mouth after the Beavers won 45-27 last year. This is a different USC team, and Caleb Williams and a revamped ground game have looked spectacular this season. USC is averaging a whopping 51 points per game and has 2 running backs capable of busting it open in Travis Dye and Austin Jones. Take the Trojans to avenge last year's loss and come out on top here. So the USC Trojans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Trojans and Beavers enter this game both on a high after a 3-0 start and optimistic about their chances in the Pac-12. Something has to give, and one of these clubs will go to 3-1, but there will be a ton of points scored here. Oregon State is averaging 46 points per game, good for 13th in the country. The Trojans are mustering 51 points, good for 6th in the FBS. The Beavers dropped 544 yards of offense against FCS Montana State and are 16th in the nation in yards per play. I expect the Trojans to come out on top and win this game, but both sides will move the ball at ease in this crucial showdown that will dictate the tone for the rest of the Pac-12 season. Expect fireworks here. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.